Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to a brand new Let's Play project. Today we're going to be doing a Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster, specifically the Switch version. We're going to be doing a challenge run. So the rules are really simple for this challenge run. No permanent member of my party will ever gain experience, gil, or AP. Absolutely everything else is on the table. So I'm not disallowing the equipping of Espers or casting their summons. I'm not disallowing the equipping of armor that teaches spells. Not that, like, none of that's going to do anything because I won't be gaining any AP. The summoning thing will allow me to use the summons for a couple of, like, niche advantages. Stuff like giving myself invisibility as a status. Maybe giving myself shell, although I didn't find that particularly useful in my test play. But the invisibility status will allow me to make a couple of bosses a little more consistent. I'm also allowing myself to turn off random encounters during backtracking. I will be fighting all battles going through a dungeon the first time. But unless I equip Malulu's Charm, I will be using Malulu's Charm in the World of Ruin. Because you can't stop me. But again, it's just quality of life backtracking. And I'm allowing myself the breaking of rods. People that say breaking rods is like cheating, that confuses me. It's a piece of equipment in the game that is equipping the rod or breaking a rod is an interaction in the game that does not gain you any levels or teach you any magic spells permanently. So like when you read these low level game natural they're like, oh yeah, if you break rods you're a cheater. So I don't get that. But also you have to understand this is not a normal low level game. A lot of the strategies will be very similar to a low level game, except I'm not going to be gaining any experience. I'm going to be getting 0 experience. During a normal low-level game, you actually have to micromanage the amount of experience you get. And there are a few points in the world of balance where you have unavoidable experience. And what you do is you kind of funnel that experience into either people that can take the experience without leveling up, or into Gao, so that he's strong enough to carry you through the game. And during a normal low-level game, Gao ends up in the realm of level 12 or so. And my Gao is going to be level 7 the entire game. You might not think 5 levels sounds like a lot. You're wrong. 5 levels is huge. So to walk you through, so Gao at level 7 versus level 12 has about half the HP he would have. A level 12 Gao has about, I think it's 275-ish hit points. And that is a difference of about 300 to 500 points of damage on my main sources of attack that I'm planning on using. It's a big deal. So to kind of compensate for that, I'm allowing myself these additional, advantages. Breaking rods, casting summons if I need to, that kind of stuff. I won't be doing much of either, to be honest. The breaking of rods thing is, rods are only available in a relatively small window in the game. Purchase. You can get them as soon as you get your airship to the end of the World of Balance. They don't sell the elemental rods in the World of Ruin at all. You have to steal them or get them as drops, which sounds like an awful time to me. Because stealing is also a level-based exercise. So 0, 0, 0. It doesn't mean we're going to have, like, turning all that off doesn't mean we're going to have no money throughout the game. You just have to be careful with my money. And later on, towards the end of the World of Balance, there's a couple of places that I'm going to be essentially grinding for money. Because I'm going to need rods, right? Like, I tried to pack some of the fights at the end of the World of Balance without rods. It did not work, man. Didn't work at all. But I got stuck on some of these fights for like 6 hours or more. Hopefully I don't get stuck like that in this playthrough, just because I have the strategy kind of, you know, in my test play there was like 2 steps to every boss battle. There was figuring out what worked, and then there was so that was step 1. What series of actions will allow me to beat this boss? Where is the light at the tunnel? You know, kind of thing. And then, of course, step 2 is applying whatever strategies I came up with, and then using that to get lucky and kill the boss. Hopefully I get decently lucky over here in the Moogle section. Yeah, it absorbs lightning and releases it from its shell, blah, blah, blah. Don't attack the shell. Not a big deal. Just gonna auto battle our way to success here with a Magitech missile. And if he goes hurrah, we're gonna stop. He should go hurrah here. Yeah. It's not. I think the going hurrah thing might be a action on the no, need to back up. Might be an action on the shells part. Got myself a really large bottle of water. Eat that. Yay. Defeated the boss. Beat the boss, you guys. Wonderful. Hey, we got, yeah, and you got a high potion and an ether in the Pixel Remaster version. That's pretty good. Ethers are, for most of the World of Balance, ethers are no good. You can sell them pretty safely, but keeping some ethers is also a good idea for Strago, because Strago has a move. So, the superhero moves in this game are ones that ignore, just to do fixed damage and ignore everything. So Strago has 2. He has 1,000 needles, which we're not going to be getting and bothering with. Just costs too much. And he has Traveler, which is, if you don't know what Traveler is, it's like the number of steps you've taken divided by 64. I think it's 64 damage. And then the MP cost goes up based on your clock, your game clock. If you get to the end of the World of Balance relatively quickly, which I didn't do in the my test play, because I spent a lot of time idling in the menus and stuff, trying to figure things out. You know. But if you end up in a situation where like you can only get like 1 or 2 casts of Traveler per full MP bar, having those ethers is really helpful, because you can't get high ethers like unless you do one specific trick that I'm going to show you. I don't know if it's a good trick or if it's worth doing. I am probably going to pick up some high ethers during a specific section of the game. But yeah, there's a lot of cutscenes in this game too, by the way. So there's not a whole lot to say about these sections of the game. Like, it's pretty much the same as we would see in like a standard playthrough. Yeah, I didn't really win anything extra. We're just gonna multi-target fire. Should kill everything down here in one shot. We get super lucky, we'll win a potion or something. Now, I'm not going to be collecting any of the chests in here. This game has kind of a Chrono Trigger system going on where chests upgrade. Unlike Chrono Trigger, though, they don't tell you what chests go up in quality. So that's generally something you have to just know beforehand. In the chest here in the Narsh Mines, there's one in the Moogle Cave that you can't get for a bit anyway, that has a sword in it that turns into a ribbon, and then one of those 2 chests down there turns into a bracelet that gives you Protect and Shield. So, not super good, not super useful, because in the World of Ruin, when it does the upgrade, you can actually get, during a normal thing, you can get one, they're called Wonder Shoes? I forget what they're called. They give you haste, protect, shell, and regen, I think. So yeah. Oh, look, it's the battle scene from the burning house in Thamasa. I got my physical copy of Front Mission First in the mail for my Switch. Limited edition includes a lenticular, lithograph, and game manual. It's got a lenticular cover. Looking forward to playing that. I'm really looking forward to the Front Mission 3 remake. They're fixing to come out with a 2, I think, soon. And then they haven't announced a date for 3. Fun fact, this right here is the censorship they did. In the Super Nintendo version, they just do a one-handed salute. In all versions after that, it's a two-handed salute. I'm not like a big guy when it comes to censorship. It doesn't bother me. Like, I remember when Dragon Quest VIII came out for the 3DS, a lot of people were like super upset that they put bats on red. But like the difference between like Dragon Quest VIII and Dragon Quest VIII on the 3DS, Red is a party member in the 3DS version, and she does backflips and stuff on the field, where in the PS2 version, she literally just sits in a rocking chair. So, you know, I don't see the problem. Like, is that just me? All right, so I'm gonna drop a quick save here to kind of just in case I end up in a situation where I need to start over, or this guy over here kills my party because I don't have enough healing items to get everybody back up. So, we've got 3 groups of Moogles and Locke. We don't need an explanation. Basically, they would tell you if you hit the ZL button, you can move around. So we want to put Locke over here in the corner. All right, so you in the back row, you in the back row. We're gonna lose Malulu like pretty early. Because of these Megalodots and their snowstorm. That's fine. We're gonna lose Malulu like next fight. So that's what I want to see. I want to see drops of potions and high potions, which can both drop from these battles. This is actually the second time I've recorded this. I had a bunch of sound issues with my last recording. I had the dreaded Windows update happen. And oh, that was just barely enough to kill both of them. That's fine. Mog can solo. Alright. Mog, you're gonna back off. We're gonna use this group of Moogles. Let's see. We have a brush, a spear, a sword, and a boomerang. Cosmog. Cosmog is such a good name for a Moogle. I'm sorry. It's so good. Yeah. I think we should be good to fight this last group here. So there are, I want to say there's 2 sections like this where you're defending a base. Cosmog might die here. Nope, got him. What I would do in this case is I would suicide Mog and then like use a potion on him and one of the other Moogles and let them solo that fight. Alright, so we want to put a Earthworm Shield on you. Spear, Claw, Morning Star. We're gonna quick save. We're gonna go after this guy. We're just going to auto battle to kill the Lobos. Now you can steal a Mithril Dagger from this guy. Usually I get it like on the first try. And then switch. Yeah, there we go. Now we're just going to attack him and hope we win. And if we don't, we're going to reload or save. It's just how it's gonna go. Moglin doing some work with his shield. Was hoping Locke would block a couple of block a shot. He didn't. Yep, free high potion. Good. Got that free mithril knife, which is also good. Weapons are not super great in this challenge for obvious reasons, especially if you're attacking with them. Like, I can expect to literally do 20 to 30 points of damage the entire game with my physical attack. The best weapons in the game have some other effect. They cast a spell when you attack with them, or they have an instant death effect, or they give you evasion of some kind. And that's generally the kind of weapons we're going to be looking for going forward. So, yeah. Uh-oh. Lost memory. That's a hot button topic for Locke. So, I am going through the text very fast. I am doing that on purpose. Trying to save as much time as possible. There's a lot of talking in this game. But, like, if you don't know the plot of Final Fantasy VI, just go play it. This is a challenge run of a game. Like, we're not here to do a plot playthrough. We're gonna get everybody healed up. Get a free ether. Free monster in a box. I probably could have tried to steal a potion from him and then just had Terra. Yeah, that probably would have been better. Whatever. I don't think there's anything else in any of these pots. I think it's just the two chip. My man, you step in front of me like that. Yeah. Alright, we're done in here. And if you try to go back into town, they stop you. So don't do that. Now, I do want to step into these woods down here and get into one random encounter. This one will be acceptable. Again, I should be stealing. So I want to meet a Dark Wind. The Dark Wind has a, is it Petrify? We're going to do another quick save here. And we're going to get into a random encounter out here. I'm looking for Alacran. This will be perfect. We're gonna kind of have to do this because these guys have too many hit points to a single target. Single target fire. I mean, multi-target fire. I was thinking a single target would kill them. Okay, it kills the sand rays. Gotcha. But not the Alacrans. I will immediately forget that. It's me. Proceed. Of course it's me. We're going to go in here first. We're going to get these chests. And this guy has Noise Blaster and the Biobass Blaster. You don't have to buy these right now. You can actually get them in the next town. But I have the money now, so there's no point not buying them now. Right. Alright. That's good. That's fine. Phoenix down, very important. We're going to be dying a lot this challenge. Like a lot. Thankfully, Edgar has a thing later on, about the time where stuff gets really difficult. There's a thing that Edgar can do if you bring him back to the castle here, where he will... the merchants will sell you stuff at half cost, which is really good. So anyway, we now have Edgar Figaro, known sex pest, in our party. Well, I say known sex pest. He's not a known. Like, if people tell him no, he backs off. So like, he's not like, he's really not that rapey, I guess. But you know, like, he hits on women shamelessly, but like when he no, that's the wrong room. Where am I going? He hits on women shamelessly, but when they seem uninterested, he says, "Oh well," and then goes about his day. No, I don't think there's any chests. I think I got all the chests that are available right now. And if I missed one, it's not a big deal. But we need to talk to this old lady here and learn about Sabin, Edgar's younger brother. So this scene would have happened about the time they were 16 or 17 years old. An NPC at some point talks about how Edgar became king when he was, like, he's been king for 10 years. So in the time of Final Fantasy VI, he's actually 27 years old. Maybe he is a sex pest, because he hits, because like Terra's like 17 and Realm is like 4. No, I think she's like 10 actually. But yeah. I've been playing Final Fantasy 16 as well. And that game's a breath of fresh air, because all of the main characters of the game are in their 30s. Which you never see. Kefka, no doubt. That eyebrow on that sprite. I remember when they showed the sprites off for the first time for these picture remasters. People were talking about how they're too bright. These are so much better. And they're like, but like the Final Fantasy VI sprites to me have always looked kind of muddy. They're fine. But they've always looked a little dark, a little too dark, a little too muddy. I really love the bright colors that they use for all of the picture remasters for the sprites. I've been playing the Final Fantasy V 4-Job Fiesta this year with a group of friends, and we were playing the Super Nintendo version. I started a run that didn't get very far with different jobs. On the Pixel Remaster version, it didn't get far because a tree fell on my power lines while I was in the middle of going to the Wind Temple to get my jobs. And, yeah, so I just kind of haven't gone back to that one. But it did strike me like how much more vibrant the sprites are. Like, I think they did a really good job with these Final Fantasy VI sprites. They're very well shaded. So, it's really good. I like the sprites in the Pixel Remaster, is what I'm saying. There's actually like a lot of like existential questions I have about Terra. Like, so she's 17 years old here. Later on, you find out that she's, spoiler, half Esper. And that she was recovered by the Gestal, by Emperor Gestal when in his assault on like the Esper world, and like he recovered her, and she was like a baby in swaddling clothes. So let's say less than like a year old or less. So what was her life like for the other like 16 years? Like the flashbacks we see of Kefka putting the slave crown on her seem to happen relatively recently, right? You know, we'll say 2 years, like in the last 2 years. So like when she was like 15, 16 years old. So yeah. What was her life before that? Did she spend every waking moment in a lab? You know, like did Kefka get her because she was no longer needed in the lab? They had developed, you know, because they do say that they used her as the basis for the Magitech like infusions. Anyway, here we have our first boss. We're back attacked. I didn't think about fixing my rows. It shouldn't matter. We're going to steal. We're going to cure everybody, and then we're going to Noise Blaster. We're going to see a cutscene. So the Noise Blaster is the yeah, the Noise Blaster is great. I'm just doing a cast cure mostly to get this cutscene out of the way. So if I recall correctly, this cutscene will happen anytime you use magic between now and when you get Sabin. Alright. Tools, auto crossbow. And she's dead. That's fine. Edgar can mop this up. Two high potion drops. That's good. That's real good. I know I only got... I don't know if I got the other high potion in that battle. I wasn't paying attention. I know I got one, which is good. Basically, I want as many healing items as I can get my hands on. I've always kind of felt like Tara's thing in this story was that she was a girl who was emotionally stunted. Like, not only is she she spent her entire life in captivity, she's never really interacted with other people that haven't either tried to use her as a research subject or a weapon. But also her like Esper blood might be like changing the way she thinks a little bit, like coloring like a biological change, where she just doesn't experience emotions the same way as a human does. And like she's struggling with that because she sees the way people have like emotional responses around her. Let's go over here and get this free healing. So the enemies in this dungeon right here, it's a little quick cave. I think there's 3 different ones. I have to like double check, but the enemies in here are only in here now. The next time you have to come through this cave, they change the enemies. So if you're going for like a perfect bestiary, make sure you get the enemies in here now. Now I am avoiding the chests now because the chests in here do upgrade. Interestingly enough, they upgrade twice. They upgrade once on the second trip through here, which is when I'm going to be grabbing them, and they upgrade again in the World of Ruin. So yeah, if you wait until they upgrade all the way, you can get a ribbon, but I don't need that ribbon, so I'm not going to be getting it. We're going to be heading to South Figaro here. Got to meet Shadow the Hedgehog. He'll slit his mama's throat for a nickel. All right. And that's all we needed to do in here. And now I'm going to just run around and grab items, because there's quite a bit of things to be had in here. And I might miss one, whatever. It's not that big a deal. So trying to recall like where all the items are. Remember there's one up here. This barrel right here. Teleport stone. Teleport stones are actually worth quite a bit of money. And they cast a teleport spell in battle, I think. Actually, I don't think I've ever tried to use one in battle. That's a good question. Do they... Six? Whatever. First things first, I want to go over here. Phoenix down over here, and back here there is an elixir. And over here we can get a sequence break a little bit, get some money and some really good accessories. In the older versions of the game, this room right here is hidden. So that little indent right there that shows you where it is not visible. We want to get this, I think it's 3,000 gil. Definitely want to grab that. Yeah, whatever. Apparently, oh, nope, wrong way. Apparently I'm missing 2 items. I could bring up a map to try and figure out which 2 items I'm missing, but I'm too lazy to do that. And none of the items that you get like randomly in Figaro here are going to be game-changing. So I need to go into this relic shop real quick. Talk to this guy. I don't need any relics right now, but I wanted to get the little Moogle out of the way. So, yeah. Is there anything we can grab here in the in? I don't think so. And I need to go to the... armor shop. There's one. My brain is telling me I'm supposed to be missing one chest. One item and then several chests. But we'll see. Okay, so I need 2 heavy shields. 3 plumed hats. 1 Kenpo gi. I want the cotton robe. The cotton robe is not going to matter. Optimal. Yep. We don't need any of this stuff. Get the noise blaster and bio blaster if you haven't gotten them. So we don't need this dagger. I'll keep the leather stuff and the bucklers for now. This is the item shop and we're done. I need... do that. Buy 1 more antidote. And 1 more Phoenix down. Heck, I'll buy 2 more Phoenix downs. There's going to be enemies in the next dungeon that can poison us, so I just wanted to get a couple of antidotes. A few antidotes, as it were. So that we could, you know, cure that. They're basically only on the last screen before you fight the boss. So we're going to go up here. We're going to get another potion. In this room in here is a... free bed. Free bed. So, to my knowledge, you don't have to come here to trigger any plot flags or anything. You just kind of learn that, like, Sabin is apparently in this area, which is whatever, but, hey! That's probably the rare still. So the way stealing works is, it's Locke's level. Like, there's a percentage based on Locke's level. And then that's the versus the enemy level, I think. And that's the percentage chance that it's successful. And then, I need to actually put everybody in the back row. Why is everybody in the front row? That's silly. And then if you succeed, if anybody dies, I have to backtrack out and stay at the, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna noise blaster these fools. Noise blaster is actually a very safe way to handle most of the random encounters in the game. Well, not in the game, but like in the world of balance for sure. High potion. but I need to have lock attack now. And we'll just do this. I think one more shot. Yeah. So I want to keep everybody's hit points up. We're going to sort items. I want to keep everybody's hit points up because if somebody dies, I've got to leave or reload. And I shouldn't have had Terra. Shouldn't have had Terra do that. It's already done. One thing I certainly did just forget to do is let me make sure that this isn't the... Yeah, it is. So, I almost forgot this. Which would have not been the end of the world, but... Wouldn't have been the end of the world, but certainly is better off that I go over here and get this, because it is a much better thing to use than the Atlas armor. So, the Hyper Wrist. So the Hyper Wrist here will actually probably give me like 5 to 10-ish more points of damage. This will give me 20. My auto crossbow. That's really good. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. I'm going to use a potion on her. Block is still relatively okay. This is the room we got to go into first. Get a tent, which I'm going to hold on to. Tents sell for a lot of money, so we want to hold on to the tents that we pick up. I actually don't know what the Zograms give you if you steal from them. One of the great things about this version of the game versus the PC version is you can actually get to the bestiary from the menu here. You can see my bestiary data from my test playthrough. Oh, the bandana. Yeah. Oh, right. It's a rare still, though. So, like, it takes a minute. It's technically better than the thing, but I don't... It's definitely not worth, like, sitting here and, like, trying to get. I say, and I immediately get one. I love that. You can see it's just a little better. Put it on Terra. Because I didn't buy that cotton. Oh, I should have used a potion. I didn't. Well, I will resolve that right now. Or will I? There's a save point here. Yeah. No, we're good, thank you. Let's see. I'm gonna use the sleeping bag on Terra. I'm going to save my game. So this is my file from my test play. This is my file from that failed attempt that I was telling you about where I had sound issues. So, these trilliums on this screen can poison you, so don't mess with them. They can poison you and they don't give you antidotes when you steal from them, which is lame. Kinda lame, but whatever. Just boring old potions. And there is Vargas. Vargas is a fight that I got stuck on a long time. He's like the first like really big stumbling block I had. The reason I had a stumbling block on him though is not necessarily because he's difficult. It's because I didn't understand. They changed the way. They changed the way the scripting in the boss battle works. So in the original version of the game, you literally can just use pummel in the fight. And in this version, you can't do that. You have to wait for the prompt to use pummel. Okay. Probably going to start running away from battles if I get into another one. Yeah, this should be fine. Come on, run. Thank you. The way running works in this game is one of the things that I dislike about it most. Right, so now we're going to throw a quick save down. But once I figured out like what triggered the scripting, it still made the battle unnecessarily hard, but it did help a little bit. My understanding made it a lot more consistent. So, first things first, we had to kill Pooh Bears. We're going to open up with this, and we're going to... Oh, excuse me. I am going to use fire on one, attack one, and use my auto crossbow. And he's going to use Gale Cut. She's going to die. I'm sorry, but you are. And then now I'm just going to use auto crossbow and potions for the rest of the fight. That'll allow us to very quickly kill one of the Ipoos so that we can start the actual fight. And Locke is going to be on potion duty. You want to stay above 55 hit points. If you get below that, prioritize healing them. You stay above 55 hit points to survive Gale Cut. You can't lose the fight. At least here, you can't lose the fight. Oh, I should, and once that was 133. I forget if... I think Bio Blaster does a little more damage. Yeah, 150. Yeah. So, Vargas is human, so he's weak to poison. Most humans, not all, but most are weak to poison. I need to turn on cursor memory. use that on yourself. So this battle's not too difficult. It's when Sabin jumps in where things get dicey. Alright. That's fine. Enough of this. So I might have to do this fight 1 or 2 times extra after this, depending on how Sabin performs. Like, yeah. So the plot trigger for this fight is to do 700-ish points of damage. I say 700 because that's about what I do. It takes 3... Oh, he's gonna just open up with Gale Cut. Awesome. Jerk. If he uses Gale Cut, you gotta, like, as you can see, Gale Cut does significantly more damage to a single target because it is subject to split damage. So I should do about 230, 240 points of damage with this. 250. And 3 of those will trigger the thing for pummel. Played a little risky. He generally won't. Maybe it's... You know, it might be 500 points of damage because the last few times I did this fight, I was doing 240 and I just did 250. I think I'm pretty sure I did 250 both of those times. So that's good. So as long as he doesn't Gale Cut me here, which he didn't. We're gonna pummel him and end the fight. So yeah, you actually do have to attack him to advance in this version of the game. In older versions, you literally just can pummel him and it ends. So you're looking at 2 to 3 aura bolts. I forget what the that move is called in the Super Nintendo version. It's not called... I'm actually trying to remember what all of his blitz techniques are called in the Super Nintendo version. So, like, I've never played the Super Nintendo version all the way through. The first time I beat this game, I beat it on the PlayStation 1 version, which does use the Super Nintendo translation. Just a straight port. So it's the Super Nintendo version with, like, longer load times. Sipping on some water here. All right, cool. And we get another tent. That's awesome. It's gonna be the tents are probably gonna turn into money later. My budget is pretty tight. So we're just gonna throw. I am going to take off Locke's equipment, I think. And this is going to be the end of the first session right here. I'm going to take off Locke's equipment, save the game. I said take off Locke's equipment. I'm gonna put the main gouge back on him because he's the only one that can use that. Buckler on, plume tats, fine. Oh, he's got a Kempo gear. So He's good. I want the Mithril Shield on you. Alright. So next time, we're going to finish up and meet Benin and join the Returners. Awesome.